That's where Lamin Sane called me and asked about Fall, and I asked the same question to him. I told him that he said, if Fall is with me, I said, no. Is it Fall with you? Then he said that then Fall, we didn't see Fall.
So nonu la nope ma call Alaji Baro anyway man gisuma ko so Alaji Baro dal start to have another mind dal de jamfa nañ dal ba pare.
That's where Alaji Barros begin to say that he has already betrayed us because we didn't see him.
So why you still push that ne fog ñu def correct because ñew nañ ba tollu fi ni.
But we continue pushing, but because we already knew that we already done up to that level.
And am nañ gom bu baax that ne we can do it.
And we have a belief in ourselves that we can do it.
So ñu continue dal.
So that's why we continued.
Proceed.
So when you front gate,
when we came to the front gate,
ñu wàcca,
we lighted.
Then you disarm force sentryman yi ñoo taxawoon around the roundabout.
We disarmed those sentries around the roundabout.
So when disarmé gars yi kenn ki nag ñëw trainandoor moom daf doon jéem a bañ ne du surrender.
There was one of them whom we trained together, but he said that he will not surrender.
Fatina Turam, but we call it as Serembe.
He refused. I forgot his name, but we jokingly call him Serembe.
Sila rost mom ne ko boy surrendal man la Munjai sa class.
Then I rose to him and identify myself. This is Munjai, your class.
So cool. We are all one. Fega kenen kita mung don joy.
I told him to cool down because we are all one.
New intake la won yaguton ci army bi.
One of them was even crying because he was a new intake.
So sila ko ne bul worry ñun ñep ben lañ ma téko ñu anda ma dem ci Serembe wax ko ne ko sorendal ko tam sorenda.
Then I went to Serembe with him and he surrendered.
So ñu bëgg anda.
How did you manage to do that?
Naka ngeen mëna défé lolu?
Lolu lu yombal rek.
You used the recruit as a human shield.
That was very simple.
Bon da ngeen jël ñoñu dé laxato len.
Wow, then use then after ñu nekkon ci gone ci kaw.
Then those who were with a gun up there.
Yana gis joxe warning shot.
One of them just sent a warning shot.
So bu mu joxe warning shot ma gis ne okay ki suñ ko fa baye du uur ak ñun.
And I see to it that when we leave that one there, it will not be safe with us.
Ta amna keneen ku doon point musulam bi like ci main bunta bi.
Then there was another who was pointing his muzzle at the main entrance to fire.
So man sila return on one first shot man tamit ci kaw pour gona bi gëna fofu nonu.
So I returned another shot for the up sentry so that he can leave.
So bunta yi ñu ngi doon tej sané yuhuma pour ma def dara pour ibi bunta man sila daw jëli moto bi.
Then Sane called me because those the gates were to be closed. So I went to pick the vehicle.
Ma jëlé bunta bi moto bi pour ibi bunta yi so ma rush towards bunta yi.
Then I rushed towards the gate with the vehicle.
So ma door bunta yi ibé ko way xamna né tamit suma ko dooré amna benen machine gun bu nekk ci kanam.
Then I knocked this gate with the vehicle to it opened. But I knew that there was another machine gun.
Bobu mom xamna né to be honest the moment door na dina fire mon tamit.
And I knew that when I knocked that one will fire.
So ma tédal togu moto bi bam tédal rek fuga. So mom bu mo fire fekk man tédal na tamit so motax ma safe.
I leaned on the seat of the vehicle and it knocked. That's the time he fired and I was already down.
Acting Rambo. Proceed, please.
So nunu majala bubu tamit ñom fire nañ way majala bubu durat the other black gate.
Then I passed that one. They fired, but I knocked the other black gate, and all those gates were open.
So Madoga watcha.
Then I alighted.
Madam Jel cover.
Then I covered.
So Lamin Sane tam dugasina ak Njaga.
Then I saw Lamin Sane entered with Njaga.
But buñ demé bari wara romba the HMG.
But when we about to pass the HMG.
What is HMG?
The heavy machine gun.
Heavy machine gun.
So fofu nonu fekk corridor bi fuñ nekk lampa bi mu ngay taal ñun ñu ko gis wa mom gisut len.
Then when the corridor, the light was on, they were seeing him, but he was not seeing them.
Fega amna benen military police ku nekkon ci bunta bi comme duñ jota romba trying to give ñele directive dal na ñu ngi bor bobu nonu.
There was another military officer that those we passed, he was signaling to the others that where we were.
So koku silaton start to fire around that end.
That's the time he turned to fire around the end we were.
Fega Lamin Sane okay mu ngi sol life vest but ci souf saluton amut bulletproof so sila ko fire.
That's the time he fired Lamin Sane.
So bu Lamin Sane dano
when Lamin Sane was gone down,
time fire towards that end.
But that time I was seeing it, but I couldn't fire towards that end.
So Njaga Jan more don't try to rescue ko.
Then it was Njaga Jan who was trying to rescue him. That's where they shot Njaga Jan.
Njaga mom fogna gannaaw lañ ko dooré sax helmet bi fekk lila ajus mu door mu dem.
Njaga was shot by the back, from the back.
But man ma call Njaga fu man talk man ko call Njaga uyu.
Then I was calling Njaga, but he responded.
Man ko laaj ndax mu ngi okay mu ne ma yeah I'm okay but Sane is down.
Then I was asking him whether he was okay. He said yes I'm okay but Sane is down.
Ma hang up ma call Bailo daaj ko mom fan la nekk.
I hung up and called Bailo to know where he is.
Bailo mom mu ngi won ci kaw ci gon bi so fofu nonu man ko no juk fa because ñi ñaar ñi daanu nañ.
Then Bailo was up there and I told him to come down because those people were already.
So Bailo di move ñu door tam fire Bailo.
When Bailo moved, they start firing on Bailo.
So Bailo dem.
Bailo left.
So bum demé ma callat Njaga.
Then I called back Njaga.
Njaga bum uyo wax bi continuer wut mutila.
Then Njaga he couldn't continue with the discussion. Then he went down.
Ma callat Bailo.
Do you know what happened to him?
By then he was dead. But I didn't know that time of day one.
Jamono bobu nak dena, but I didn't know that then he was already dead.
Was it from the shot that hit him from behind, or was it other shots afterwards?
Bal biko dal ci gannaaw moko ray wala benen bal?
Shot ci bari won nañ, but I guess that ne bu ko laal ci bopam bi mom moko ray.
There were many shots, but I believe that the one the shot on his head, that's the one that killed him.
So sila Bailo callal guy like Elaji Baro and the crew that nga won len ne okay ñi dé nañ try to gain nañ try ñu dem.
That's the time I called Bailo and tell him to inform Alaji Baro and others that these two people are already gone down, so we have to leave.
Because suñ satellite phones nekatuton di dem.
Because
China but dem.
Then our satellite phones were no more working.
So because communication ci yep stopuñ ko won tamit and then da nga gis ne sat phone ci amuñ won access dal.
We didn't have access to the sat phone because the communication were not ongoing.
So Bailo ne ma yow nak naka ngay def mané ko no bul worry man dina blow fuel dom bi den na génn ak gaay bul worry yow demal.
I told him that then I will blow the fuel dom, then I will go out.
Bailo dem mom bum démé ma gestu buga blow the fuel dom ma gis ne okay man dama ko jégué tas mako blowé man sama bopam mun na dé.
I wanted to blow it, but I literally that I was so close to it, and I knew that if I blew it, I could even die myself.
So ma cancel man fuma nekk gaay gisuñ ma but ma ngay gis everybody.
Where I was, I could see them, but they couldn't see me.
So my helad, okay, should I fire at these people or not?
So I was deciding whether I should fire on them or not.
So mujahal ma kuma hol rek almost hamna ko munuma fire ken.
Anybody that I come across, I knew that person. I couldn't fire any of them.
I decided, okay, I'll madam towards Kerry President bi.
Then I decided to go around near the president's house.
Sila gina di dox comfortably. Am na ñeneen ñu ngi try pour halt, but nanguma taxaw. I act like I'm part of them and I am their commander.
Some were even trying to halt me, but I pretended as if I am one of their commanders.
So ma dox nonu demé towards the president's residence.
Then I went around near the president's residence.
Armed or unarmed?
Yaa ngi amoon fetel wala amewuloo fetel?
With everything.
Maa ngi amoon yëpp.
Everything.
Maa ngi amoon ngànnaay.
So ma gis ma class tam mu ngi fa taxaw moo nekkoon ci bunti kër president bi.
I saw my class was there.
Ma oo ko.
I called him.
Ma ko ooyee mu ne ma waa Njaay naka ma ne ko maa ngi cool so bul worry so nañ try ñu complete lii nii.
Then I told him that don't worry, let's try to complete this.
So momin mu taxaw benen xalé di jema dama ko no bul wori taxawal fofu nak yow bul wori teel fofu man ma romba koku non.
There was another boy who was trying to go. I told him, no, don't move. Just hold on there. Let me go.
I desired, okay, hence the accident general, guardian general, or general guardian ambi.
Then I decided when I have, now I have reached the guardian of the general, the person we usually call general. Then if I enter there, I can climb on the fence and then I go.
I mean, no, because believe that I can convince them so that we complete this thing.
I said, no, I see some people whom you know that I can convince them so that we can complete the task.
So, my approach ko mo mutahaw alier tuti na makalla menako senbi man la njay because I do call him senbi.
I approached him and I told him that senbi is me njay.
Mu continue di alier ma guiné suma helmet bi ne ko taxawal man la senbi.
Then he was moving backwards. I told him I removed my helmet and told him it's me njay.
Silagi savage cross.
Then I saw savage crossed.
Tasaro si group bobu non because group ñom ñep dañ taxawon as group so man harama dem ma convince ni.
Then I went to, I said, let me go and convince these people. But that's the time I saw Savage from that end.
Savage duge nonu wiri legi man numa approach ñi mom mu ma ñewé gannaaw.
Then I approached when the time I was going to them, then Savage came behind me.
Ma ngi wax with Ablaye Diallo, Savage fofu la mak douri fetel mom tamit.
Then I was talking to Ablaye Diallo, that's where Savage fired on me.
Feel la no daf ma door not fire.
Okay. He hit me with a gun.
So
which Savage are you talking about?
What Savage nga wax ni?
General Savage.
General Savage.
What was he at the time at State House?
Then I think he was the counter-terrorism commander.
A time counter-terrorist commander.
In charge because he was the most senior on the ground.
Then he was also in charge because he was the most senior officer on the ground.
So Mudurma, Muduri touched Molohavi.
He hit me with a gun, then I fell down, he pulled me down.
He wrestled me down.
He wrestled me down.
So guy attack ma, commence dur.
They all attacked me, they start beating me. They didn't even listen to me.
Understand.
I told them, you have to stop beating and listen to me, let me tell you, so that you can understand.
But
they were kicking and beating me.
Is that the culture in this army, that if you capture an enemy, you torture the enemy, you brutalize the enemy? Is that the culture in the army? Well, we've seen it happen November 11. We've seen it happen with all coup attempts wherein the perpetrators were arrested. This time the person is brutalized. Seems that is the way they do things in this army.
That's how they used to do it, but it should not be like that.
So buñ ma dóoree seriously kenn moo mujjee daw si gars yi ne leen hey yéen soo leen reyee kii fan la ñoo jëlaatee information.
One of them rushed to them and told them, look, if you kill this guy, where will we receive information from?
So let's stop di wax nit ñi daal bu ma kenn laal waaye fekk kick nañ ma toj nañ suma loxo yi génne nañ wey yëpp génne nañ ko.
That's the time they pull out my nails and did everything to me.
Wow.
They removed your nails?
Yeah, pour bu ma mun a fire because buñ ma dóoree Savage bu mu jëlee bele xamuñu woon ne maa ngi dese beneen.
So when
side arm.
They remove my nails because so that I will not be able to fire again, because when Savage took the other gun, they didn't know that I was with another one.
So after amakan mo la génne pistol bi mu ko génne si leen jël seen combat it dóor suma loxo yëpp pour mu toj.
That's the time where they used their combats and hit on my fingers so that.
Their combat what? Boots?
Yeah, their combat boots.
Their combat boots.
So toj suma kanam bi yëpp.
They bring my
after
face.
You see me man naked.
And I was undressed nakedly.
Not even your underwear?
Nothing.
Naked.
So after you takama, dima watat.
And they tied me up and dragging me.
See underground see floor before the water bruise hole.
He tied me up and dragged me on the floor like that, and I got some bruises.
Sila by then I think Lieutenant Fra, I don't know, Captain Fra.
Then Captain Fra or Lieutenant Fra.
So Momonyo and Yen Solan Rayaki then Fananyo Jelly information is better than get stop.
Then the time he asked them to stop, so that he told them, if you kill this man, where are we going to receive evidence now?
At the time, where was
information.
General Savage?
General Savage.
Then he was standing there.
And he saw the torture that you went through.
He is the one who even